right, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate you all for being part of this thing. We're going to talk about the draft in general. I know that a lot of people look at this draft and say, hey, we got to do this in order for this team to get here. Oh, we got to do this in order for this to happen. The draft is always a fickle process. It is. No one got a crystal ball to it. No one knows the end all and got the situation to saying that this guy's going to go to the Hall of Fame. Believe it or not, like Ripley's, majority of the Hall of Famers are in the second and the third round, give or take. And if the Cowboys can look into this situation, I did a video before saying that, man, Jerry Jones and John Stephen Jones, they are right in the glory hole. They're in the honey hole right now. With the 10th pick, you don't have to move up. You don't have to even trade back or what have you. You can just stay put, and your pick will come to you. All you got to do is look into this situation and say, all right, if Pitts is not there, if Slater is not there, if Sewell is not there, that means that, hell, either Jamar Chase will be there, Waddle Kid will be there, and on top of that, Devontae Smith. And I'm telling people right now, you can't look at it and say, man, all right, I just want to get defense because last year we was historically bad, and last year we had this and that going on. But the reality of it, Cowboy Nation, is I don't think that in this particular draft, you can go out there and it'll be too much of a reach to grab a Christian Barmore, dare I say, with the 10th overall draft pick. Those guys are going to be right there in the second round. Shout out to you, Jessica. Appreciate you for jumping in. Shout out to you, Will. Thank you for being part of this thing. Marcus 214. I see you. Salute. Trayvon Diggs, burner account. Appreciate you for jumping in. Y'all go follow their account. Cowboys Unit. Appreciate you. Shout out to the G Unit. I see you, fam. Who else we got? JC or Sertan. Like I said, look, JC will be there or Sertan will be there. All you got to do is sit back. Now, I do know that a lot of people look at the 10th pick and say, how can we get greedy? Look, we don't want to get too cute with it. You just draft the best player available who's on your board at that time that you got it graded higher. Me personally, to me, I like J.C. Horn over Sertan. I like J.C. Horn over a Caleb Farley. I like J.C. Horn. He's my CB1. Now, if the world, you can turn injuries off, then of course, I will lean on Caleb Farley. But those injuries make you, hey, cause the pause. But I still, in my video, what I lamented was this right here, Cowboy Nation. You can't overlook it. You can't overlook it. Marco, I think that's your name. Shout out to you, Texas gal. Appreciate you. PS2 is a must. This is from Jones. Appreciate you. Look, dog, I'm J.C. Horn all day, baby, but I feel you. If we get Patrick Surtain, I'm going to be still. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation Film Session as we take a deeper look at Patrick Surtain. Oh, look at this. You can match him up with Diggs, Neal, KZ, Donovan Wilson. You see how this thing goes? Look, the core principle and the philosophy of Dan Quinn is building from the inside out anyway. He gonna make sure that he have a big boy. Maybe it's Jay Su'a-Filo. Maybe it's Tommy Toaga. He ain't the biggest boy in the world, but he's got strong hands. He can move stuff out the way. Maybe he look into this draft and he get a Tyler Shelvin. Maybe he look into this particular draft and he would say to himself, all right, let's bring in a Lee McNeil. We don't know. But I can tell you, we got all of these picks and compensatory picks, and you got Quinn that's going to be in that room. He's going to make sure that it's going to be competition. Now, with the Joneses, I don't know. We just don't know. Maybe they shy of competition. But at least, if you go with the situation that we got right now, at least we know for sure that Quinn is going to figure those parts out. Law, do you have any reference points to that? Excuse me. What round was Grady Jarrett drafted in? I'm waiting. Oh, late round draft pick. Maybang. Was this guy an early round draft pick? Hmm? The McDaniel kid. And I know that he had nothing to really do with that particular draft, but he coached those guys up, right? Let's stop discounting the coaches for crying out loud. Flav, what's good with you, fam? Marcus says fifth, see? That's all I'm saying. And I'm not trying to paint the sky of silver and blue and saying that, hey, with my Cowboys goggle, we going to go undefeated. We going all the way straight to the Super Bowl. We don't even have to play a playoff game, or we don't even have to play the regular season. I'm not finna tell you guys that y'all know y'all come here so y'all can get the real deal Holyfield. I ain't going to be over here lying to kick it, right? Flav, should the Cowboys sign? Let me see. Let me do it this way. Let's see. All right. What do you think about the future plans of Jordan and Anthony Brown? I like that question there. My thing is with Jordan Lewis, I want you guys to go back and look at his rookies tape. Look at his rookie tape. I believe that they're going to utilize him in that fashion. Now, what he been doing, let's look at his rookies tape. Shout out to Jordan Hip Pocket. Surtain and Trayvon Diggs will reunite and be first. That will be fire. Okay. Trayvon Diggs burner account. Reunited and it feels so good. But this draft is so thick. This draft is thick in DB category. I'm talking about this draft is Megan Thee Stallion's thick in defensive back category. You know, so I don't think that we should reach, and I'm not saying that it will be a complete reach to grab a cornerback in the first round, but I'm saying that you got the Kelvin Joseph of the world, Ifutu Melifonwu, you got Aaron Robinson out there, you got Greg Newsom. Woo! You got some dogs in this particular defensive back category. You do. All you got to do is type in top 15 defensive back for the 2021 draft, and you will see how thick this thing is. Yeah, Mark is laughing. Yeah, it's Megan Thee Stallion thick over that thing, man. It's thick. It's thickly, man. This draft in DB category is thick. Humping on man right now. Shout out to you, Jay Bursick. Appreciate you for jumping in and being in. Let me see, Surtain. I see a lot of people. We must got a lot of Roll Tide. If you Roll Tide, go ahead, come out and say Roll Tide. Let me see the Roll Tides up in here, man. That's what it is, and I know y'all rolling, boy. Y'all rolling. That's what it is. Roll Tide Nation is a large combination there. Yeah. Should they move? Hell no, don't move Diggs to free safety. Although he can play it in a pinch, but I want that man to be on that outside. Javon Holland is first or a second round. Javon, he might be there at 44. But what if we get Richie Grant at 44? Yeah. You feel about Cisco? As long as he don't release the dragon, we all right. As long as we don't release the dragon, we'll be all right. No, real talk. Andre Cisco, he once led the nation in turnovers, like interceptions. He is that dog when it comes to that. Now he's very suspect as it relates to tackling. And that's a whole nother situation where we talk about that. He had a few injuries to show up and snap up some things. I'm feeling that if you can get one of these secondary guys, like when I say secondary, I'm meaning safety / cornerbacks in general. If you can slowly move them and get them football ready and allow them, because we got bridge guys. KZ, he didn't sign like this at normal long contract. He is a bridge guy, so he's supposed to be able to preach and teach, whether be at lineman and assignment. They like to play that single high look. He will be the guy that can cover dirt and ground, and he will get there. It could be a situation where just hear me out, Cowboy Nation. This is no breaking news law. I can't stand when that happened. But here's the situation when we talk about this. It could be that after the draft, that the Dallas Cowboys are going to look look right into this situation and say, Malik, what's good, man? Remember we had that conversation right before the draft? Well, the draft is over with. We still like you. We didn't get a chance to draft the person that we want, and they still might bring in Malik Hooker for a cup of coffee. These guys are bridge guys. These guys are bridge guys. Richard Sherman, he will be a bridge guy. Flav, he'll be a flat-out bridge guy. And let's not shut the door. Right now, the situation even with KJ, if nobody play around with him, there's two things. By him sitting out there on the market, his price, instead of it rising, it goes down every day. His price point goes down, 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 down until they hit the bottom. And after the draft, Cowboys can still pick up their phone. But from what I heard from, shout out to my dog Mike Fisher, he was saying that he talked to a Cowboys personnel, and they said that they love LVE and they love Jalen Smith.
What's up with KJ Wright?
It's so confounding to me. The Seattle linebacker, standout 31, can still play. He so wants to come here. And they had a conversation with his agent, Todd France. They talked about ideas of years, 2 years, 1 year, what do you want to do? And then the Cowboys never took it beyond that. And I talked to somebody in the Cowboys organization who said, we just think two things. One, we think he plays the same position kind of as Jalen and Leighton Vander Esch, and we really think we're solid there. And two, in terms of an additional guy, we just signed Keanu Neal as a sub-package master. Now, a couple of things. So you don't need three linebackers because you already have Jalen and Leighton? I don't get that. Not to the point where you don't even make a contractual financial offer. And two, Keanu Neal's never played linebacker. I hope this works, but Keanu Neal's a better linebacker than KJ Wright? There's no evidence of that. Dan Quinn has so much support in this building. He pounded the table for both those guys. Maybe you can only pound the table so much and win.
Shout out to him. We all love, we love players, right? But damn it, give me that competition. Iron sharpen iron, steel sharpen steel. Bring me that competition. This is from me, not from the Cowboys organization, but this is what I would look at it. Bring in a KJ, and you fight LVE for that spot. You fight Jalen Smith for that position. You fight because Keanu Neal, he's going to be learning, although he can play. Look, let me see if I can put this in other terms. How can I put this? From a basketball reference. Shaq can play power forward. He can play power forward, but he would be better at center. Similar. Neal, he can play strong safety, but he would be better at the wheel, right? Supposedly. But it's the experiment. And y'all know how experiments go, right? Hey, it's all fun and game until you get punched in the mouth. To that 225-pound frame or 216-pound frame when he got to go up against a guard, right? Well, what's the dude that's on what's this dude name, man? He's funny as hell. He's on Instagram. Guard! I forgot his name. He's the tip of my tongue. But that joker, this is what he might be saying. Guard! Y'all put his name in the chat. Shoot. God! He be making the skits, man. I forgot his name at the tip of my tongue. Dude, funny as all get out. But that will be happening. Ha Davis. Yeah, Jay Bursick. God! Look, hey, we know we love the feistiness of Neal. But when he had that pulling, let's say somebody put Hernandez pulling, and he got to meet up with Hernandez 2 or 3 times out of a game, he going to be like, Coach, sub me out, man. What y'all throwing, man? They running the rock. And y'all know the Giants, that's what they going to do. They got Coach Redball over there. They going to run the rock, especially if Saquon Barkley is healed. They going to run that thing with Hernandez. They going to run that thing or kick that thing out with the other tight end. With the They got Rudolph, who's a damn good blocker. They got Rudolph, and they got the Thomas kid. They gonna be running that rock. just wait on it. We need defensive players can score 50 per game. This is from TKQ. Uh, we do need defense, but we can't reach at defense. If that makes any sense, we do need defense, but we can't reach at defense. The meat of the defense is in the second, and the third, and the fourth round where you can will and deal. And I posted a question. I said, man, who would you want? JOK or you want Jamin Davis, right? A lot of people saying JOK, JOK, JOK. Well, JOK is in that weird spot. He's in that weird spot. It's like, how can I put it? It's like you want to buy something, purchase something, and you don't got a good credit score, nor do you have a bad credit score, but you're in that middle spot. Maybe you got a 600 something credit score, and you're trying to purchase something. See, he ain't no 815 credit score. He's not no 750. You know, he's in that weird spot, if I can use analogy for JOK. So it will be too much of a reach to get him at 10, and it will be too late to try to wait for him at 44. So the only way that I can imagine you getting JOK if you trade back, right? If you get multiple draft picks. Let me know if I'm wrong. He's a hybrid. Marcus said that. Yeah. Look, think about this. What's the kid that went to, and I know they play different, but dog, Simmons, I believe his name, played for Clemson, went to the Cardinals. I think his name is Isaiah. Bad. Nice. Hybrid. Isaiah can just do it all. But sometimes you just got to pick something that you are good at. Yeah. Who's better, Isaiah Simmons or JOK? It got to be something like that, you know? I want something, Xavier Collins, whoo, dog, right? So Jamin Davis, he might be sitting there after the 44 pick, right? And you don't have to really spend that much real estate to go grab a Jamin Davis. But you're going to have to will and deal to go up there and try to grab a JOK, and you might lose out on something. Yeah. Let's see. Think about how dope Surtain and Trayvon would be as a duo. Yeah. Trayvon burn account, man. I know you want that to happen, baby. I can just see it. I can see it, man. You probably one of those roll tide. You're a roll tide. Nick Bolton, hey, I'd be remiss to leave out Nick Bolton, but Nick Bolton is a dog too, right? He's got a lot of little dogs in it. Like I said, the defense, look, don't defense just sound so good. Let's go ahead and get your offensive guy with the 10th pick. Just say, baby, we're going to roll with defense in the second, and the third, and the fourth round. We're just going to roll with defense, baby. Our offense will be okay. How about this, though? Y'all fight me later, but how about this? You go offense, and then you go all defense. Maybe you go offense, and then Dylan is there, or I'm talking about in the second round, the offensive lineman, Dylan, or he may be there, or you go get a the Alabama kid, a Leatherwood. Would you like to get Leatherwood in the second? You roll with offense, then you go all defense. Because we still need help on the offensive line. It's just that crazy offensive line is a booger bear for me. It is. Asante Samuel Jr. Yep, Asante Samuel is a nasty, nice type of fix because now you can put him inside the slot. Appreciate you for making that comment there. Let's see. Marcus 214. Yeah, he's a bro. Yeah, he a dog. Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Best player available. This is from King. Yeah. Look, that's my philosophy all the way. We went offense last year, man. This is from Flav. Here's what I got to say with the offense. We went offense last year. And I've been talking to a lot of people that say CeeDee Lamb, we shouldn't have went with CeeDee Lamb, we should have went with defense. Well, if you have that mindset of thinking, so you mean to tell me a Caleb Vaughn chasing, you would rather have a Caleb Vaughn chasing? Now, I do know that A.J. Terrell was drafted right before Diggs or what have you, well, right before CeeDee Lamb. But you mean to tell me you would rather draft, dare I say, because I think the Cowboys had him high on the board, you would rather have Diggs at the 17th pick and then let Lamb go to the Eagles because that's who they wanted, right? I think you go with best player available. You do not change up on your strategy. You do not change up on your moves and your procedure. You still rock with best player available. And only if you lean on the defensive side of the ball if the two tags are touching. That's the only way. That's the only way. Let's see. Marcus chasing, not even a starter. See? But if we were to win under the mindset of drafting needs versus best player available, because think about this, hear me out, Cowboy Nation. At the time, we didn't have the guy that was from Minnesota. Now he went to the Lions team. I forgot his daggone name, but he did his whole interview like this and then blink his eyes. Y'all know what I'm talking about? He didn't have a lot of band. He had a lot of power. We didn't get him into the latter part, and we still was in the win with the Randy Gregory. We didn't know whether or not the NFL was going to approve him to play again. Remember, he was suspended indefinitely. So the Cowboys is at that thresh point where is that, do you draft an edge guy? And we were looking at D-Law like, hey, he's been off on his production. So if you guys get what I'm saying, last year we had to go with best player available. We had to rock with best player available. Everson Griffin, appreciate you, man. My mind is gone. Okay, yes, appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Y'all continue to support the nation. Hey, I want to tell you guys this. A lot of people say, man, Law, how do you do YouTube? How do you do Facebook? How you on Twitch? How you on Twitter? How you on Instagram? Just do it, baby. Like Nike says, just do it. Turn on the camera, speak, spit your mind. Look, stop trying to be perfect. Everybody want to be right these days. Look, one of the best social media presence that I got a great deal of information from was my dog, Shango. He said, Law, the problem is with most people, they took the fun out of it. I said, what you mean? He said, well, everybody want to be right. So when he used to do his rants or when he used to talk bad about a player or talk glowingly about a player, everybody liked to hold everything accountable these days. But when he was doing it, he's one of the legends, the GOATs out there, by the way. Nobody kind of held each other like that to that degree. I want people to understand, just spit your mind, spit your opinions, and you have the right. You have the right to change your thoughts about certain situations. Just because you got a stance on this player, and then when you see more and more evidence and tape on said player, doesn't mean that you was wrong with your evaluation. But at the time, these guys, like the Caleb Farleys, the Asante Samuels, the guys that's on the back end of these things, we don't know. Greg Newsom can be the best cornerback hands down in this draft. Kevin Joseph can get his mind right and be the best cornerback. But evaluation is still 365. And as well as these guys going to different teams and they going on different systems that will propel them. So if you got something in your heart that you've seen out there on tape and you see that, just let me use Cisco as long as he don't release the dragon. If you see something that you like out of a Cisco and somebody just trying to pump out their chest and say, nah, Javon Holland is better or Morridge kid is better. No, just stand firm on what you believe on and spit your mind. Let me know if I'm wrong, right? Appreciate you, Cash. Appreciate you, man. Hey, y'all check out my dog Cash right there. Hey, my little nephew, he might look just like CeeDee Lamb, but if he continue to work hard, man, he might be even better. I ain't gassing you up, Jay. Y'all check out Cash, man. Y'all check out his gram. Let's see. Appreciate you, FRK180. That's all the time that I have. Let's continue to grind. Let's roll with this thing, Cowboy Nation. I always like to leave off with this. If you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, oh, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and scarcity, with faith, hope, and confidence and stern pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of Almighty, Cowboy Nation and everybody that's listening, you can get it. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's all the time that I got for right now, baby, baby. Pookie, Ray, Mama, I love you. We out. Peace.